mic starts recording.
Everything works out. Everything works out unless I record. We out here grilling. Sunday.
That's what I'm talking about. That was the smartest thing you did so far.
علشان تطفي لا قلت وقلب وهي تطفي ما رضيش تطفي.
لا تزيد.
Yeah.
That's the grill guy right there. And that's the grill. Got a long stick, so I'm trying to stay back as much as I can. Nah. Beautiful. That's my boy right there. Look at that right there.
Yo, the next team.
That's how you really cook.
We out here, Bear Mountain, New York. Park, Bear Mountain Park, or so I don't know. I honestly have no idea what the hell they call it. I know it's called Bear Mountain. This whole mountain is called Bear Mountain.
I'm retarded?
Yes, sir. And we winning. And we winning. And we winning.
Why the you lying?
Out here in the Bronx, we just kidnapped. It's Medi right here in the back.
Damn, I gotta go home, man.
Nah, it's her, man.
You done, Medi.
Where's your bodyguards, bro? You're not supposed to be walking around with bodyguards.
We got him.
I think it's the next block. I mean, next
Oh, that's where you want us to get now?
That's the safe house. That's your way. Yo, it's been a crazy couple of days. Protests all over the states. It is going insane. Actual freaking insanity in the streets of New York City, specifically. I've been here a couple of days now, and all I hear is killing and death. I mean, well, I'm not going to exaggerate. I mean, obviously, this is New York, so yes. That's protecting that governs the cops. The government are the ones who are. We're getting out of this. Okay, so my broski just made a point here. He just said that there are good cops and there is bad cops, but there are those good cops who see harm being done and people's rights being violated by these bad cops and do nothing. So, yes, in that definition, there are bad cops. Now,
yes, but you still have the rules. You still have the yard rules. Like in prison, if you see something, I have not seen nothing. I've never heard nothing. That's the prison rule.
That's the point.
Same thing with the cops.
No,
no, that's their rules.
I know that's their rule.
It's their,
and that's the problem.
Their yard rules. Yes, they're there to protect us, but at the same time, they gotta have faith. Cops they gotta watch.
Yeah, they gotta trust each other because they're doing. Listen,
it doesn't mean a good cop is not gonna rat out another cop. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that when he gets the opportunity, after, he will do what he needs to do to file a report against the cop that was doing wrong. And he's a good cop.
And I think this is the essence of the problem within this system, is that bad cops and good cops, so-called good cops, think because they feel that they owe this bad cop something. No. If you snitch on this bad cop or you rat on this bad cop and you point out the wrongs, as a matter of fact, if you put the cuff on a bad cop, you're a great cop and you're doing your job as a police officer.
No.
Yes, of course. Of course, if you see it,
work like that, because
it should work like that.
When he's in trouble, other cops will not come to aid him when he's in trouble if they know he's a snitch.
And that's the problem as well. The cops, they stick together so much that it becomes a crime in a literal sense.
It's the family of the blue. It's the blue family.
It's a gang now. It's a gang.
It's
the point of police officers is protecting the civilians.
It's always been us against them or them against us. It's always been like that.
And it shouldn't be like that. It should never be like that. And that's the problem. No, that's the reason.
It is like that because there's a lot of bad people not only bad cops, there's a bad people.
Bad people should be arrested for being bad people if they do a crime, is what I mean. Now, bad
So
people, of
everybody
course,
should
there's
be
different
held
definitions.
accountable. Everyone should be held accountable to their actions.
Yes, that's exactly my point. That is exactly my point.
So,
Now,
so when they catch a bad cop on video doing something like this, the full power of the law should be extended to this offender of the protector of the law. You are a servant of the law, so you just violated treason,
a person's law. Exactly, treason. That's right.
So
they betrayed our trust.
The full force of the law
should be against that person double. And that is the facts, and that is the reality of the situation that we believe that should occur.
Still, you don't have the rights as a citizen to go out there and protest when you know that shit will pop off and people will kill people, people will burn shit down.
I disagree. I disagree with
cannot.
that. I think change, the only way is change, and that's the reality of this, is that black communities been suffering from oppression, depression, suppression by the government systematically since the beginning. And that is the fact.
Types
now,
of protesting. There's protesting with the right to protest as civil, you know, keeping your cool, doing what you're supposed to be doing.
That's most people are doing exactly that.
Yeah, but once that change, that switches from being what?
Being peaceful to violence.
Exactly.
There's actual evidence of people who have nothing to do, who do not care about peaceful protests.
Once even 10%.
They should be held accountable for their actions.
Even if it's 10% of the protesters choose to do vandalism, the rest should go home. The 90% should go home because you have right now. No, not to prove a point. It's to keep on to the point. You went out there for what? For one reason.
For peaceful protests against brutality.
Those
police
10%
brutality
is taking advantage and destroying our city.
Okay.
We pay taxes for our city to be the way it is. Now we got to spend more money.
We worked hard for it.
We got to spend more money because there's a bunch of idiots out there breaking up shit, burning shit down, killing people.
But that's not the majority.
First you went out there because a white man killed a black man. But now you got random people getting killed because of stupid
brutally
shit.
Beaten.
Yes.
To death. Yes,
that is unfortunate. Killing, but you actually doing the killing.
No, listen. Now, okay. So there's been a situation where I think he's talking about a white person trying to protect a store, which is totally different than what's going on right now in this protest. This action with this white person were people who were breaking into businesses because of the corona. This is what's happening before the protest even started, where people are breaking into people's businesses and stealing stuff because they feel that they're financially incapable of surviving or whatever reason. So that situation is totally different, which is very wrong and it shouldn't happen. But unfortunately, it did happen, and hopefully, something. Will have this, which is something good would be done. But what I'm speaking of is the protest is going on against the police brutality, against the death of George Floyd, who passed away, that he was killed by a police officer. Our police officer put his thigh or his knee on the back of this black man's neck while he was handcuffed. And he was pleading to the officer to let him breathe, that he cannot breathe. Now, that was the whole protest. This is what's going on now. And cops are protesting too against that. It seems like they are, because all you have is a bunch of people protesting, rightfully so, against police brutality. And you have all these officers coming out to disparage the protest, to fight back, to have their own type of protest. Why? That shows me how messed up police officers are, to think that it's okay to back up or support a criminal, a murderer who killed an innocent person for no absolute reason. And this happens over and over. And like I said, specifically, in particular, who suffer from these type of brutality is black people, black communities, and that should stop. And hopefully, this rise.
Black, it's always been the victim's always been the color. It's not only black.
No. Okay, when we say black communities, like we are here in the Bronx, in the South Bronx, where the majority people in the South Bronx are black people. That's the facts. Why we call it a black community, even if you could find different ethnicities within that community, it's still considered a black community. It doesn't really matter if there's Spanish people living there, if there's Arab people or any other people. The majority of people in that community is black, and that's undeniable. Now, that's getting back to the point. This protest, even with the violence that's going on, hopefully it doesn't get more violent. But even with the violence, this protest is a must. There's a need. This is finally it. The passion I find and see within the news. Hopefully this is for the better. Otherwise, it will be all for nothing. All the deaths, all the killing, all the whatever happened during these protests will be all for nothing. So hopefully we continue on protesting against this violence, against police brutality, until the point is made, until the system is changed. We have to have hope that it does, because enough is enough. When? If not now, when? If not now, when?
The system will never change until they stop. Until our government stops forcing cops to have a amount of arrest.
Yes.
The system is broken. When you force cops to go out there to give out tickets or to arrest people, and they have to meet their quotas, that is corruption to the fullest. You cannot tell a cop, this is how many tickets you're supposed to give out. This is how many arrests you're supposed to get. Right there,
exactly. You're right.
It's
That's
corruption.
the point too.
It's corruption. You're corrupting the officer from doing his job.
It makes sense.
The job of the officer, his job is to
protect and serve.
That's it.
Keep
the peace only. He's not out there to make you money. The cops are not. They're not businessmen. They're not supposed to be out there giving out tickets to make money for the government.
Exactly, you're right.
That's where the corruption comes. The money that the cops, the salaries supposed to come from the citizens.
They feel the pressure. That's what he's talking about now. The pressure that police officers have to go out there and to make
in
general officers. That's what I'm saying. Not only that one officer.
And then you have the DA. The DA, he has to have certain amounts
of cases
that is that it's what do you call it, going through. Basically, he has to have enough arrest, and he has to win enough cases for him to go up in stage. That's corruption.
That is corruption. So hopefully, I pray that a change will come, and it will be it. This is it. And hopefully people will finally wake up and realize how corrupted the system is, and finally change it for the better. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you didn't, whatever, like this video, share this video, subscribe. But before I go, leave a comment. Tell me what you think, because this is real shit. Okay, this is it. It gotta be, enough is enough. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Peace.